What's up, YouTube? This is SlyFry here. I'm going to bring up this fan fiction of The Legend of Zelda from my Facebook friend Kenneth Diamondheart. I recommend reading it. It seems interesting. I'll be honest, I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read it after I am done recording this react. I'm not really much of a reader. I mean, I've only really read like three entire books in my life, and actually not really in their entirety. I read Ender's Game, but I never finished the final chapter for whatever reason. I've read a book from Drew Brees that talked about his life before going to the NFL, his career with the Chargers, his career with the Saints, the Super Bowl, all that fun stuff. And I guess that's it. I do recommend checking out this fan fiction. It sounds interesting. It looks interesting. From what I've seen of it so far, I definitely recommend it. Now on to Jim Carrey. Love me some Jim Carrey. He was one of my favorite stars in the 90s.
Rate. How would you, actor Jim Carrey, rate your top 3 actor Jim Carrey movies?
My top 3? Oh, gosh. This is like Sophie's Choice. One of the kids is going to be upset.
I bet. They're all good.
Jim Carrey, how are you?
Good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm very well.
No, really.
I mean, you know, I'm taking every day as it comes. Had a cowlick yesterday.
What a facade.
I don't know if you've experienced that, but
I have had nothing but cowlicks.
Really?
My whole head is a cowlick.
All right.
I actually like that response of Jim Carrey a lot, because one of the things that I actually find sort of annoying, it's not annoying, it's like a teensy bit annoying in life, is everyone I meet, they ask how am I doing, and a lot of the time I'm actually doing terribly or doing bad, not happy, stuff like that, but I say I'm doing good, you know, but which is dishonest. But then if I'm honest and I tell them I'm not doing good, then they'll ask me why, and then I won't want to explain it to them, and they'll be like, well, that sucks, I wish you didn't tell me, and then we'd be like, well, you asked.
Picture this. Dream with me for a moment, okay?
Wow.
You are you, Jim Carrey.
Well, that's not much of a leap.
Do you want to get in character? You're already there? Okay.
I'm me. Okay, that's a good start.
You're you, I'll be me.
All right.
You go out into your shed at home.
Which is me, too.
Exactly.
So I'm my own shed.
You're your own shed, and inside the shed,
Yes.
is a blue hedgehog.
It's a sickle.
From space.
Waiting.
How are you reacting?
A
What are you
blue
doing?
hedgehog from space.
Yeah.
Well, you
fast
know,
one.
for me, that happens all the time.
Really?
This kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
alien encounters. It's really, I'm no stranger.
Really?
You know, oh my God, probing? I don't even notice it anymore.
So you'd happily go on a little adventure with this?
Oh, yeah.
With this small hog?
Oh, I wouldn't have any trouble with that. We were talking about that last night. About, you know, we were on the plane, we were thinking, you know, all of these alien movies are really truly designed to get us used to the idea of living with aliens and, you know, eventually meeting the many aliens.
Let's hope so. That's the message I took from Sonic as well.
Yeah.
Sonic is real, and he's coming. He's
Oh,
coming for us
no.
all.
Well, that's good of you to say.
It's
So
interesting.
what vector are you from?
Let's not get into this now. We'll talk off camera.
Yeah. See? We cracked through the surface there. Your eyes blinked sideways for
They
a second.
did.
That's
There's
crazy.
Crazy.
There's so much fun stuff in this. There's action, there's adventure. I couldn't keep my eyes off this, though.
The mustache?
The mustache.
Yeah, well, see.
I mean, I've got personal stakes in
Man,
this.
you just become whatever you see.
Exactly. I'm a bit of a shapeshifter in that sense.
Highly influential.
Exactly.
This movie.
How much influence?
See what happened? This is what happens when you go and see the Sonic movie. Suddenly you have this,
Exactly.
this look of total untrustworthiness.
Thank you. That means a lot. You know, I'll leave this and I'll have a cowlick. That's how it works.
You got to twist up the edge.
I've got to try to, yeah. How much creative control did you have over that mustache? It's a beautiful mustache.
Well, you know, yeah, I always have my licks in there. So, yeah, it's, you know, I fortunately have done something in this world that made it possible that I actually get a say in
Nice.
these things. So it's either something that I've said, yeah, that looks right to me, or, hey, how about this? What if we, you know, spice it up with a little this and that? To me, this mustache is like the zygote of actual evil that's about to occur. You know, it's the first indication.
It is a
that
pretty
there
evil
will be
mustache.
women tied to the railroad tracks.
Speaking of this evil man, he's a very intelligent man, Rebecca.
Yes, of course.
Very evil man.
Yes.
Quite a tragic figure at his core.
I think so.
Was that the key to him for you? The
You know,
pathos?
yeah, the perfect combination of of superciliousness, of brilliance, and total worthlessness in his own mind.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fantastic comedic combination, you know. And I love the idea that he's kind of weirdly on the edge of the AI, you know, fear that's out there, you know, just like the idea that cars are driving themselves and how long will it be till they take the steering wheel away. You know, if Robotnik has his way, he's taking that steering wheel and he's, you know, directing you to his evil lair.
Definitely. Now, I'm being told that we've got to go fast. Apt for Sonic.
Gotta go fast,
I'm
go
going to throw
fast,
this in
go
very
fast.
quickly, if you could just settle our little office debate.
Sure.
How would you, actor Jim Carrey, rate your top 3 actor Jim Carrey movies?
My top 3. Oh gosh, this is like Sophie's
To put
choice.
you on the spot, yeah,
It's like
sorry.
Sophie's choice. One of the kids is going to be upset.
I know.
In different ways, you know, I have odd choices. Like I really enjoy Cable Guy.
I love Cable Guy.
I
Yeah.
need
Me,
to see
myself,
that.
and Irene.
That one's
These are
funny as hell.
comedic choices. You know, I gotta love Ace because Ace gives
Yes.
birth to it all. You know, so the alrighty then kind of, you know, throwing off seriousness completely. And you know, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
yeah.
Mind is a very dear movie to me.
Definitely.
So, Truman Show for a different
Yeah.
reason. Truman Show
Yeah, that one's
is
good.
just something that just keeps
Seen both-
presenting
I've seen all
itself
except
somehow.
Cable
Everybody
Guy.
has their own channel right now. I mean, you know, if you like someone, you have to push their subscriber button below.
Exactly.
I'm going to try to resist though.
Except for this channel, so if we could just the Real Life Truman Show. Jim, thank you so much for talking
Pleasure,
to me.
man.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Good to
thank
meet you.
You too. I like this mustache. Are we rolling?
No.
Come on, man. You're missing valuable stuff
This
here.
is gold.
The whole cowlick conversation.
Speaking of subscribe, okay, so God, I just love Jim Carrey. I guess I grew up in the '90s, so I watched a lot of Jim Carrey. For whatever reason, I didn't see Ace Ventura: Pet Detective until way later in like 2014 for the first time. But I seen Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls a lot. I saw it several times in the 90s, the 2000s, and again in 2014. And I love Liar Liar. I've seen that one a lot. I've seen The Truman Show. I saw it. I think I've only seen that one twice. I saw it back in the 90s when it was new, and I saw it a year ago, I think, with my wife on Netflix, I think it was. Yeah, it was on Netflix. And I also really loved Bruce Almighty. I've seen that one a bunch of times. Once in theaters, saw it a bunch of times on DVD. I love Jim Carrey. He's hilarious, and I'm probably going to watch as many of these interviews with Jim Carrey as I can, just because he's always been entertaining to me. And he does a good job with dramatic roles, too. I mean, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, that was a trippy ass movie. Really trippy. But very entertaining. I need to see The Cable Guy. It's on, last I checked, it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there. But I would like to see The Cable Guy for once. And there was this other one I saw. I don't remember what it was called, but he lost his memory, and everyone in this small town he happened upon thinks he's some guy named Luke, when that's not really him. And he gets his memory back when he finally sees a movie that he was behind producing, I think. I don't remember what that movie's called, but I found that one pretty interesting too. But yeah, in general, it's a lot of fun to watch these Jim Carrey interviews. He's always funny. He's always got these good jokes here and there. Well, actually, he just always has good jokes. I mean, I was shocked to see him basically like disappear for a long time. You know what's even weirder is when I used to work at Taco Bell almost a decade ago, there was this coworker of mine, much younger than me, like 7 years younger than me. Back then, I was like around 23, 24. So she was like 7 years younger than me or something. And she actually didn't know who Jim Carrey was. And I was in shock. I'm like, how do you not know who Jim Carrey is? Like, I know you're young, but come on. Even in your lifetime, there were some notable Jim Carrey movies. Like, come on. I thought that was pretty ridiculous. But, I mean, it does go to show that he just hasn't been as prevalent as he used to be. But now that he's Dr. Robotnik, I think he's going to make a resurgence, and that's awesome. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon for notifications. You know, speaking of subscribe, you know, click that subscribe button. But make sure it says Sly88Fry over there because you're watching a video of mine, and then click that subscribe button, then the bell icon, and boom. Do it.